Have you ever wondered what color a memory is, or what sound a sunset makes when it fades? Today, I want to share a story with you, a story about a man who knew the answers to these questions better than anyone. His name was Elias, and he was a painter. But Elias was blind. Imagine this: a small, sun-drenched studio, the air thick with the scent of linseed oil and turpentine. Canvases are everywhere, leaning against walls, stacked in corners, and on each one, a sunset. Not just any sunsets, but the most breathtaking, vibrant, and soul-stirring sunsets you could ever imagine. Reds bled into oranges, purples danced with pinks, and a single, brilliant gold seemed to set the entire canvas ablaze. People would come from all over to see his work. They'd stand in silence, mesmerized by the beauty he captured. They were full of questions. How could a man who lived in darkness create so much light? How could he paint something he hadn't seen in decades? One day, a young inquisitive journalist visited his studio. She watched, fascinated, as Elias's hands moved across the canvas with a certainty that defied his condition. His fingers, stained with a rainbow of colors, would trace the outlines, feeling the texture of the paint, his mind's eye guiding his every stroke. He wasn't just painting, he was conducting an orchestra of color. Finally, she couldn't hold back her curiosity any longer. "Elias," she said softly, "your sunsets are magnificent. They feel so real, so alive, but you can't see them. Why do you paint something that you yourself can't enjoy?" Elias paused, a gentle smile gracing his lips. He turned his face toward her, his sightless eyes seeming to look right through her. He didn't answer right away. Instead, he picked up a brush, dipped it into a pool of brilliant yellow, and with one confident stroke, added a final ray of light bursting from behind a cloud on his canvas. The entire painting seemed to sigh in completion. Then, he spoke, his voice as calm and warm as the light he painted. "It's true, I can't see this sunset," he said, gesturing to the masterpiece before him. "Not with my eyes, anyway. These are the sunsets of my memory, the ones I gathered before the world went dark for me. I hold them in here," he said, tapping his chest gently, right over his heart. He continued, "I don't paint them for myself. I've already seen them. I've lived them. I paint them because others can." He turned his head as if looking at the gallery of finished works around the room. "I paint so that a young couple might see one and remember their first date. So a tired soul might look at the colors and feel a spark of hope. So a child can point and gasp at the beauty of a world they are just beginning to know. My joy," he explained, "doesn't come from seeing the final piece. My joy comes from knowing that the beauty I hold inside me can be shared. It's the joy of giving someone else a moment of peace, a memory, or a dream. My limitation doesn't stop me from creating beauty. It just changed the reason I do it." His words hung in the air, more powerful than any image. The journalist was speechless. In that moment, she understood. Elias wasn't just a blind painter, he was a beacon. He was teaching a profound lesson without ever intending to. His story is a powerful reminder for all of us. How often do we get caught up in what we don't have? The promotion we didn't get, the opportunity we missed, the abilities we lack. We focus so much on our own perceived darkness that we forget the light we can create for others. Elias couldn't see the sunset, but he could give the gift of a sunset. What gifts do you hold inside you? What memories? What talents? What kindness can you share? Maybe it's a song you can sing, a story you can tell, a meal you can cook, or simply a listening ear you can offer. Your greatest purpose might not be what you do for yourself, but what you can offer to the world, precisely because of, or even in spite of, your own circumstances. The beauty of life isn't just in what we can see or experience for ourselves. It's in the connections we make, the joy we share, and the light we pass on. It's about understanding that even if our own world feels a little dim, we have the power to paint a brilliant sunset for someone else. We have the power to say, "I do this because you can enjoy it," and in that act of giving we find our own light shines brighter than ever before. So, the next time you see a beautiful sunset, think of Elias. Think about the colors you're seeing, and how you can share that feeling of awe and wonder with someone else. Don't let your limitations define you. Let your ability to give define you. Let's all try to paint a sunset for someone else today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more stories that inspire and uplift. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you share your light with the world. Until next time, take care and keep shining.